the Fr Matthew statue standing at the head of Patrick Street, Cork's main thoroughfare. The statue is to Cork what the pillar was to Dublin, a landmark in a city of distinction, and there are fewer sounds more distinctive than those emanating from the Echo Boys of Cork. The Cork Evening Echo first saw the light of day on June the 14th, 1892. The cost, one halfpenny a copy, and it's reported that the first day's sales netted the princely sum of £3.12. From its inception, the Echo Boys have been involved in the selling of the paper. They're hard-working boys with a steadfast loyalty to one another, not evident to the casual observer, but perfectly obvious to any visitor to the Echo Boys Club beside the Capuchin Church on Fr Matthew Quay.
They say up in the alley, the bags are mighty fine. You ask for 20 rockmans, they give you 5 with wine. Oh, I don't wanna more of family. I wanna go home. I wanna go. I wanna go home. They say up in the army, this house is mighty fine. One would off the table and killed a friend of mine. Oh, I don't wanna more of family. I wanna go home. I wanna go. I wanna go home. They say up in the army, the men are mighty fine. You ask for Frank Sinatra, they give you Frankenstein. Oh, I don't wanna more of family. I wanna go home. I wanna go. I wanna go home.
Have you ever gone out with a girl?
I did, once or twice.
Did you? Where did you bring her?
Pictures.
Where?
Smelly tree around.
The Caverly.
Ever go dancing?
I did once or twice.
Where? I could guess, could I? The Hilton?
No.
Are you a bit young for that?
I
I know, yes. What's the age for that?
think it's 15 or 16 or 17.
Oh, is it? Yes, yes. And how old are you now?
14.
I see. Now you've a bit to go. Would you like to be old enough to go dancing in the Hilton?
Good idea.
I would.
Why?
All the big fellas be going and they be leaving the small fellas behind.
Yes. Do you
And
feel
they be
a bit...
mocking you.
Would they? And do you feel a bit out of it?
I don't.
You feel as good as they are, do you?
Yeah.
Robot, where in heaven's name did you get your name?
Off back of Keenan.
And why?
I was playing soccer one day and one of the boys hit the ball and I went down the hill and I ran for it and I slipped and a car came down the road and I went up over my head and I got up and walked away.
Are you pulling my leg by any chance?
No.
And how does the word robot come in so? I don't quite follow.
If that happened, a mechanical man, he wouldn't feel it at all.
I understand. And do you mind having a name like that, Robot?
No.
It sort of indicates that you're tough, is it?
Yes.
Are there many of you at home, Robot?
8.
How many boys and girls?
4 sisters
Right.
and 4 boys.
I should have got your real name. What in fact is it?
Gerald Daly.
Right. And next to you?
Kevin Lynch.
Right, Kevin. You've no nickname?
No.
Right. How old are you?
14.
Right. And for how many years did you sell Echoes?
About 4 or 5.
Right. And do you come from a big family?
11, including my mum and dad.
I see. And next to you we have?
Jimmy.
Jimmy what?
Mac.
And how old is Jimmy Mac?
I'll be 15 at Christmas.
Right. And how many in your house, Jimmy?
Just 16.
My word, that's one great family.
Well,
Wait, yeah?
there's only 11 in it right now, the rest I'm alright.
Ah, is that so? And where do you come in the family?
I have another brother that's 11 years, that's younger than me. He's 11 years of age.
I know. So you're pretty far down in the family, are you?
Yeah.
I know. Is that a good or a bad thing?
Bad.
Why?
Because me brothers,
They boss you a bit, do they?
still,
Do they? That's hard to put up with, is it? How do you get your own back?
they can't get it back.
Can you not? Yeah. Wait till you grow up. You get it back somewhere. And tell me your name.
From O'Connell.
And how old is Finbar?
14.
Another big family you come from?
8.
Yeah. Oh, that's sizable enough. You all sold echoes and some of you still do.
Yeah.
Tell me, did any members of your family sell echoes before?
1.
Yes. And what about you, Jimmy?
A few.
How many?
Oh, 4 or 5.
Yes. And who started selling echoes in your family? Can you remember?
Me mum's brother used to sell them.
Yes. And then who took that up?
Or some of my family.
Yes. And how many sell it now?
Me.
You
Two. There's 2 of us sells it now.
I see. And what about Kevin?
I had another 3 brothers who sold echoes.
And what about Robert? Can you beat them, Robert?
I have, there's 2 of us selling them now. There used to be about 6 or 8 selling them.
Is that so? Is it a good thing having a lot in the family selling echoes?
No,
Why not?
because some of them don't like selling them, and some of them do.
They do it?
Some of them don't like selling them, and some of them do, and they'll be arguing.
I see. And why would they be selling them if they don't want to?
They'd be made selling.
Oh, I understand, yes. Are there good stands and bad stands for echoes?
Yes,
The best stand of all, where would it be?
down Fords.
Where are you?
I'm up in Prentice Street.
Yes. And you couldn't do a swap with whoever is down in Fords, could you?
No.
Why not?
He wouldn't swap it.
Why? Because it's too good, is it?
Yes, it's too good.
And do you think there's any hope in the future you'll get down there?
No.
Any other place that's very good as a stand?
Bendon Railway.
Is it?
Yes. When I used to do it was very good.
Yes. Any other place?
Savoy.
Is it? Yes. And anywhere outside of the city that's very good?
Crosshaven is very good for Sunday papers.
Is that so?
Especially when it's the summer.
Yes. And do you do Sunday papers too?
I used to do Sunday papers during the summer holidays with his brother.
Indeed. I say that means getting up fairly early in the morning. What time?
About 6:30.
There are 2 newspapers published each day in Cork City, the Cork Examiner and the Cork Evening Echo. Could you describe briefly, Declan, the daily operation of putting the paper together?
Well, Máire, it's something of a daily miracle in that we get going at 8 o'clock each day, but naturally there's some advance work done on the day before. But we manage to have everything done, hopefully, for around lunchtime.
And when, in fact, does the paper appear on the streets?
Well, you can get your paper in Cork City from 3:15 on now.
And the second edition appears when?
Well, it will depend on the stories. If the story merits it, we will continue to come out on the streets as long as we think that there's need for it.
The eye-catching appeal of the Evening Echo is due in no small measure to the £1 million changeover to the most modern printing works in the country. This came into effect last year. Dick Caverly is the circulation manager for the company. Where the Evening Echo is concerned, just how much of an asset are the Echo Boys in the distribution system?
The Echo Boys are absolutely vital in the sense that they cover all our main arteries in and out of town, and main centres such as Sunbeam Wolsey, Henry Ford's, Dunlop's, Coliseum Corner, Skyscraper, County Hall.
Is it possible to say how many echoes they actually dispose of in the short space of time the Echo is on sale?
Well, on a given day when sales are at a good average, Cork City Echo Boys can do something in the region of 12,000 copies.
That's good going, isn't
Not
it?
bad, yes.
A point that strikes many people coming to Cork is the extreme youth of many of the sellers.
Well, we don't operate directly with newsboys. We operate through a shopper system, and the shopper actually controls the buys. so that we don't, in fact, know the ages as such.
Does the fact that they're so young perturb you?
Well, we'd prefer to have them obviously a little bit older because obviously they would be more responsible. But on the other hand, as long as they sell papers, we don't get complaints.
Each afternoon, the Echo Boys may be seen wending their way to the collection point in Bowling Green Street. The sales of the paper have increased from around 2,000 a day in 1892 to 40,000 in 1977. The recruiting of the Echo Boys is handled exclusively by one main distributor of the paper.
Between 80 and 90.
And how many deal with you?
Well, I distribute the Echoes to them, like, you know, they deal with themselves. I distribute the paper for the Cork Examiner and Evening Echo, you know.
How efficient are they?
Oh, they are very efficient, the Echo Boys of Cork, and good hard workers. You know, they get up at an early hour in the morning, they don't finish until late at night.
They don't let you down at all?
Oh, never let you down. Their honours, they're jury bound with their honour, like.
What's the age range of those Echo Boys?
Oh, they range from, say, some from 10, like, to 60 years of age. 10 years of age to 60.
We noticed some a little younger than 10.
Well, they would be with their brothers. They wouldn't be giving papers. Actually, we give no papers to anybody that's really under 14, but they'll be out with their brothers, like, and that's something that's a tradition in their family, like, which we can do nothing about, you know.
Yes.
But it's a tradition.
Would you be a bit perturbed that even youngsters of 10 would be out selling on the streets?
Well, I was selling papers myself on the street at 7 years of age, 8 years of age, so was all my friends, now the elder Echo Boys, and it never done us any harm. Actually, it helped us educational-wise and otherwise.
So it's a kind of a tradition?
Oh, it's a tradition, and it develops your brain, you know, and it gives you the sense of the outside world, more respect for it and everything else.
The Echo Boys operate on a commission basis. They earn tuppence for every Echo they sell. Each seller has his own particular stand, his special place, which he jealously guards, and rarely is he absent from his post. Robert, how are you? May I have an Echo? How are you doing?
Fine.
Sold many yet?
I did.
Many more to go?
About 80. About 90 anyway.
Do you always sell them all?
Yeah,
Every one of them?
yeah.
What time do you come here? What time do you start?
About 3:30, 4:45.
And go on until what time?
About 5:30, 4:45.
Have you many special customers?
I have.
Could you describe some of them?
There's the customers know and they're working in hairdressers and there's fellas in pubs and I go into them every day.
Is there any time of the year that's better for selling Echoes than any other?
No,
Is Christmas any better?
it is.
Why?
The people, they'll be very generous to you.
Would they? Would women be more generous than men to you?
No.
May I know your name?
Catherine Ní Mhurchú.
Catherine, you must be one of the few Echo girls in Cork City, are you?
Yes, more lately, I am the only Echo girl in Cork City, and I am proud of it too.
When did you start selling Echoes?
When I was 4 years of age.
Why did you start at that age?
Well, it was exciting. You had something to do, besides being in science school all the time.
And was there anybody helping you at that age?
Oh yes, I've got a lot of brothers.
And they help you with change and that, is it?
Oh yeah.
And have you continued all down through the years?
Last year I haven't done it the whole year through, but when I gave up job, I came back in the Echoes.
How old are you now?
21.
And could you see yourself giving it up? Would you miss it?
Well, you would miss it no matter where you go. I've been away a lot, and I still think of it, even no matter where you go in Ireland.
What's the attraction for you?
I don't know, you miss all the lads, like, and I say you grow up with them and you see them more new Echo Boys coming every day and you enjoy them more.
Do you? Yes. I suppose you've made some good friends here too, have you? Customers and that?
Oh yes, you do, and you make a lot of friends really, and you see new faces every day and you enjoy life.
Many of the Echo Boys of Cork are well known to Corkonians, but there can be no doubt as to the identity of the speediest salesman of them all. John Kelleher, you must be the best known Echo Boy of all. When in fact did you start first selling Echoes?
Around 1938, miss.
And how old were you at that stage?
8 years of age.
Why did you start then?
Well, my late mother had been selling them then since 1918, and she continued selling them until she died in 1970,
Well, did you continue down all the years selling them?
without a break.
And have you seen many changes in that time?
Yeah, more certainly, particularly in the traffic, because first when I came to the Coliseum, cars were few and far between. Actually, those who had cars were somebody at the time, and you know, things were very quiet. At 6 o'clock in the evening, you could leave because there was no business there. But over the years, particularly since the one-way traffic came, things have increased, as much be obvious to anybody who has to pass the Coliseum corner. Some nights we have a fair jam up with traffic, and it gives me a chance to relax, but most nights I'm kept going and have to be on my toes from the time I come until I leave.
And so I've observed you must be the fittest man in Cork. Tell me, did you ever have a mishap or an accident dodging up and down between those cars?
Thanks be to God, no, I never had an accident, and I've a lot to be grateful for there.
It's a healthy life, so is it?
It's more certainly, and I'm inclined to think that will keep a person healthy too.
Where payment for the echoes is concerned, you seem to take a lot on trust.
I don't think it's a gamble, because over the years I have found that the people that buy the echo of me fix up every Friday night or the first of the month, which some of them have a habit of paying. But more certainly I've never been out of pocket as far as selling papers at the Coliseum corner.
No one has taken advantage of you?
No, except maybe a genuine mistake which could happen.
I believe too that you're also very concerned about the welfare of the young echo boys.
Yes. Well, as a young lad growing up, I found selling newspapers was very rough, very hard to make a living, and from my own experiences I was hoping that a lot of the younger generation coming up now would have to suffer the same amount. So about 2 years ago, with the help of one or two more lads, we formed the News Vendors Association to try and better the lot of young lads selling them, because they had it too rough as far as I'm concerned. As a section of the community, they did have it too rough over all these years, and we hope to do something about that in the near future.
The smelling Patrick Bridges, wicked heart of Fr Matthew Quay. Hands up and I say the Boys of Fairhill. All the people up and grown, they keep running to the pond.
Echo selling in Cork has always been a family business. Many of the present boys are following in the footsteps of their fathers and grandfathers, and indeed younger brothers and sisters tend to come along to give a hand. There seems little doubt that the tradition will be carried on, and that the Echo boys will continue to make their own particular contribution to the life and character of Cork.
Paddy Barry on the ball, I hope Paddy ball and all.